Okay, this is another live. Um, I know the stuff I might express right now might be not relevant to whoever happens to view this. It don't matter to me. I'm not trying to seek no sympathy. I'm not trying to see people for sorry for me, or maybe if that was my intent when I originally built this platform. Really and truly, to my knowledge, I was just trying to reach out for help, but because people want to create excuses to reject, but I'm not really even on to talk about that. Certain topics I want to talk about is how black women I just come to the conclusion, right? I broke, lost my job, hungry, thirsty. At least I have light, water still running, but I don't, and then it just happens that, yeah, I just have to accept that it's my fault and take the responsibility, but I don't have any, I'm not complaining or whatever, or saying shit anymore. I'm at 25, next month, I'm at 26. I wonder if somebody put some bad juju or some fuckery on me. You see me, call. To me, I say like, yeah, I've the compare to majority people. I supposed to have, I would be equivalent to like, yeah, I'm a good person. You know, people, people drag me. People talk about freedom of speech and freedom of speech. I feel like freedom of speech, they need to cut off with that freedom of speech. Cause it's not even by a woman. Women ruin my reputation, right? But then, women, because of how my character is, and they always feel guilty. And then they don't do it to excessive, and it's usually people who have a disliking to me take it up and twist it in their mind with a twisted mind, right? They seek out, you know. You see me? So yeah, when women say man wicked, men are truly wicked, Uh, specifically, cause I have never. I'm not saying like no. I'm not express that. You see me? I'm not bring up no racial thing or anything. Cause I say that whole thing is a hoax. Is really indefinitely, infallibly a hoax. People are just people at the end of the day. Well, certain groups don't want to make it to be people. Because every day since I've lived on this earth for 25 years, it's felt like I've been surrounded by demons. And it's just that I just never came to the understanding that I was surrounded by demons, because these demons gaslight you, they guilt trip you. And before you even get to think a thought or get an impression of them or even judge them, they already fill in your mind with how to think. And then they put this boundary, say you can't think otherwise, or else you is the same thing that they're doing, and they go hold you for contempt and justify. So like this whole thing, before this even started, but in the middle part of when I start seeing all this chaotic shit, this the whole reason why, right? Why I've been constantly under attack by no external forces, or external, I even can call them forces, Cause these people straight up been been doing the pedophilic shit, stalking me, and all them shit here, right? Trying to while I already in distress and came down on me when I was nothing but 19, locked down in a house, can't do anything. You know, I wasn't getting any encouragement or motivation or anything. You know, I couldn't even see. So I had a disability. And nobody really cared. Everybody was there to tear me down. Right? And literally how it came to me to be able to be in this position is because they came down on me. And you know, I I didn't see the way the events of where they were going to just kill me peacefully. It seems like they just was going to torture me till I either die or I do it myself. So I tried to get out of the space as much as possible. I try to maneuver myself in such a way with a plan, but the plan, you know, like I come to tell you, with black women, they just there to destroy black men confidence. They don't exercise this with any other race of men when they're with them, but this just we is the sole target. And I feel like because of my position in life, I'm the most endangered person, and people might think that me might be saying it is as a stretch, because I'm saying it so nonchalantly, but I don't. I'm tired of exerting myself with all this emotional shit. Because after I go getting these moods and all them modes here, right, for a while, you know, it's so damaging on the body. It's so taxing on the body. I think it's very taxing on men when we get like this, like all change, shift moods and all them stuff there. That's not beneficiary. It's not helpful. It's not doing anything. If I'm trying to look to appeal to people, I'm not amongst people, and I never grew up to like that for it even to be come out authentic, right? So you know, I just hold it in, right? That's all I can do. I don't know what else to do with it. You know, what crime going to do? Crime not going to save me nothing. But I smoke a spliff to me till my mind feels straight enough to think of something more opportunity come by. That's how I program it. Cause you know how the world is so mundane for me and chaotic that I make me have to resort to things that necessarily will compromise me and then or serve no purpose just for coping. Cause this I don't see nobody drag no attention to this. We all been talking about this civil rights thing and narrative and human rights narrative for quite a while before I came into this. And the people who've been on it the most is the very same people under constant attack. You know, I didn't even know I come to discover certain things about society, all societies in general. But you know, I don't know if I have the full understanding to express it. Then, you know, I do all these things. I not looking on the danger, cause I don't really care, you know, and I am a man. I am a man where don't even really look on things anymore. You get me? So, you know, I ain't even afraid. I'm more likely to say, like, you know, although I don't suck no dick, eat no pussy, do any of these things, you know, and I come to understand that majority of the society of my country, where people have this impression, say, oh, Jamaicans are homophobic. No, Jamaican men are the most homosexual, most pedophilic, most villainous, most callous, most, you know, they're just weak minded. You might get this impression that is macho. They're macho, no. No. They're not really macho. Cause they don't have a lot of bitch like tendencies. Like they like to run off their mouth, they like to talk too much, excessive. I am a Jamaican man myself. I find that I am the pedigree version of what a Jamaican man, so where generalist people think Jamaican men are, right? I am that depiction, right? It's just that I can code switch without really thinking about it, right? Well, it comes to me non naturally too, but it comes to me in a way where I didn't even notice it. So sometimes I'll be talking proper and I notice it, right? Because it's not something I actively acknowledge, right? So that's the only thing where, all these people like to label me, and I don't get it because there's a lot of people out here who speaks proper. I don't ever feel as if I'm up to no certified degree. And it's just very fucking weird. Like we have schools out here, we have universities. Like you go. It's just create chaos, bro. And he's always you think that this is being exercised or practiced by some. No, it's just everybody, all the adults, them. It's just crazy all the time, crazy all the time. You see me, crazy and wickedness all the time. It feels like you know you're amongst demons, like I mentioned earlier. It feels like you're just amongst a plethora of demons. You can't even keep to yourself. You can't even keep to yourself. Like, it's a hard time. I have a hard time keeping my jobs or being in these work environments. Cause every time these bitches come across me, right? I just want to focus on making money. Right? Cause although I'm good with people or good, I'm a people person. Even in isolation, I isolate myself sometimes. I feel start get devastated and start feel like, especially when it really depressing, like even now. So that's why I have this platform. Right? 'Cause even when I notice I don't talk for months and stuff like that, I have a hard time communicating or f- forming thoughts to express or communicate with people. Cause I genuinely, I just stop thinking about stuff, whether the future or the past, more forward to the future. But I don't really hold on to what happened 5 minutes ago or hour ago or not like that. Cause to me and my understanding, you can't get it back and it don't exist. That period don't exist anymore. If people are about what I notice in society, a lot of people like, I always getting these quote unquote good advice from people, right? For let go and stop thinking about the past. But I see like the predominantly of society hold on upon things what happened, you know, the past. People hold on the past and they live their life from from their past, right? And is this constant bombard. So when I develop myself to let go, so I can start living life and doing what I have to do. And I noticed that exponentially doing that made me more competent, way more competent. I feel like the only reason why I was incompetent, why it seemed like I was incompetent, is because I had bad vision, blurry vision, right? So these people been poisoning me, right? I'm not going to get into that right now, because that's in the past. But these people were poisoning me, so now I have blurry vision. What what the thing was, I couldn't see, and then one time can see, I became exceptional at everything I do. It's not to boast. I don't really care if cause people opinion fucked up. So me for think about myself then. I putting out the hard work, and then I reaping, I planting the seed, sowing the seeds. So what the fuck I should not acknowledge, cause what? Certain things that people, these social standards or whatever, don't make no fucking sense. Cause if nobody now acknowledge my accolades, so I shouldn't, because nobody get up for acknowledge it. So I'm for wait on some other entity outside myself to validate me. This is the fuck where I don't understand in this world. Cause it's literally set this way, where if you go ahead to validate your own self, you I don't even know what y'all trying to make out of it. Am I a bad person? Am I a criminal? Am I what? Are going to kill and rape your family now because I did that? I mean, I say you probably more likely to do that to me, seeing how the way how you, cause this is the same thing, the same pattern I've seen over and over and over and over. It just don't make any sense. Certain things when we are practice and what like, oh, it's of moral standards and this and that. Don't it don't have nothing to do with morality. It's just people who are selfish, insecure, all sort of weird, fucked up, twisted minded shit. BS, bad sociology. So I should not, you know, acknowledge and be feel empowered of things by the things I have achieved. Right? If you don't want to hear, then you walk off. I'm not going to feel offended. I going to feel grateful. I going me personally, me. Some people might feel offended and talk about rate and this and that. You see me, I'm not entitled to you listening to me or anything. I think usually see those things for the best. Even when a woman step out of my life, I say it must be for the best. Must be a dodge. I just dodge a bullet there. Cause if that person would be so infuriated or whatever them feeling, cause sometimes you don't even know, you even can't tell. You don't even really know, cause you know what's going on. Like you say what's going on anymore. It's like them way they, cause like this is why I stay to myself. Cause it's not even like people complicated. It's just people. Something wrong with people. You see me? Some I say like, I read the Bible and stuff like that. I'm gonna get into them esoteric thing. Cause them thing there, but although I feel I have this impression that, it preoccupy my time, it make me feel empowered. Right? Make me feel empowered when I was at my lowest, and make me dig able to fight till I reach now to able to voice it. So if them want demonize me or chastise me or God want to like, cause really on this witchcraft term, it is very vague. It's very vague. Cause it's like I personally, me, the person who's talking right to this something right. You know, I grew up Catholic, so my natural affinity felt like for to go into Rastafarianism, right? Cause I understand the language. I don't really deal with anything that I generally don't understand. Cause it might be the fact that is witchcraft. So you know, I deal with them. The narrative sound good. You see me? I never joined no secret society. Maybe when I was younger, they tried to force me into to become a sacrifice. But that is different. But how I see it, like, you know, they forced me into it. So I semi went to certain meetings. So I said like, you know, you see me, I know more than them old niggas here. So I said like, where try to kill me off, I know more cause I was telling them shit. So I said like, me feel like say me deserve after I went through all of that. I just anointed myself as 33 degree. Cause it just seemed fear. You get me them way that like man say like after I go through all of that shit, I survived that shit. Me must be a fucking I have to be a fucking 33 degree Mason. You see me? Although I haven't really mastered anything, like me is just a jack of all trade, but a master of nothing. You see me? Can I take up anything at the current time that I felt like was going preoccupy mostly preoccupy my time or maybe draw some maybe with the potential of drawing some income or something potential. You know, so I was like trying to find myself without knowing that I was trying to find myself. Cause that's all it always is for me. Like I just do things of instinct or I don't see maybe people would see me as a impulsive person, but it's not impulse. It's really feel like instinct, you know, since I really changed over the years, especially going through all these traumatic stuff and then really when all these men get involved. You know, 'cause I feel really awkward or weird around other men. Well, I feel like with me personally, I just don't, if I sense or detect that there's some kind of weakness in you, and then it's like, then worse if I feel as if you're projecting that weakness onto me. I say like, I don't feel it's not even deal with comfort. I don't want to even be comfortable around no man, right? Cause that seem quite, hard. Like, I don't want to feel comfortable around no man. But when I feel like uneasy, you know, feel uneasy, right? Especially if I'm hungry. Especially I don't know what I can't promise you I will have any control over the what I do. So like especially if I'm hungry, right? I can't tell you, so I won't lick you in your face. Now I'm gonna fix the argument there, cause people are talking to a wide, are leaving this night for a wide variety of audience, and y'all might not, the lick on my things are saying Lick when I'm saying Lix, cause that in Jamaican mean to hit or beat or to cause harm to someone. That's what lick mean when we say lick. So I mean to say hit. I'm probably, I don't know. I can't count. I will be held accountable, but I can't really account. I feel very threatened. Very threatened. With how I see how dangerous weak men are. Weak, pathetic men are. Like, it can reach from 0 to 100 real fast. You even wonder if it was ever on zero. So so I just stay to myself and focus on just trying to have a stable income. I don't really focus on women. I just have this one girl that I previously talked about on my platform. When I in anything too serious, at one point of time, I'm kind of okay with it, but the status part of my life where I trying to strive to, cause I feel like she not work with me. I'm not really interested in having a child now, cause I haven't gotten my shit together and my mind straight. I haven't really gotten my shit together. So even when I was working and she asking me, certain questions, you know, I don't think. 'Cause I always have this anxiety and worry about getting fired or losing my job or some horrible happening. You know, I don't want it would be feel like I already have problems with feeling suicidal. Well, currently I don't feel anything. 'Cause I don't really care. Don't really care. Will if there's no opportunity that comes, I'll just probably if the happens that no opportunity comes to change anything, you, I'll probably just be here. I'll probably be here till I can't take it anymore or my body can't manage anymore. You know. So I was talking about being Rastacrucians and following being a student of Gnosticism, right? Gnosticism, it just means hypnotism, hypnotize, hypnosis, right? So, what I've been doing is hypnotizing myself after I fully understand what the, the doctrine is basically talking about, right? So, I play around and tap into my subconscious mind and try leave, reprogram my mind, kind of traumatize, and I preoccupied my time. And then I messed around and dabbled with Kundalini too. It helped me with it repaired my whole, I used to have back pain and I don't even have back pain anymore. Used to have knee pain and I don't have knee pain anymore. So, they say like when I reach the I don't feel like I had reached a final stage of my journey. But it's clear that I had done something, right? But things keep on blowing up in my face. I lose my job, this and that. When it getting good and I really almost reach the finish line, and what are my intentions? My first goals are my intention. Like my first goal was to get a car. I need to work for 6 months to be able to um you know get my master visa card from my bank. I'm currently on a debit card, right? So I wanted to be able to start using. I was making crazy money from from the place I was working, right? I was making not crazy money, but it was really exceptional because to me, cause I would have to work my ass off to get it. Like, I would have to sell stuff and do when I was just sitting in a chair and just doing things like just talking to people, right? For like 8 hours a day. To me, it felt too much. It felt like, it's not even said the work felt taxing. It did feel taxing, but it's the people in the environment that kept on putting me off and they weren't really drawing away my focus, but they draining my energy. They're draining my energy. So I love my time off from work. I loved my time off from work. Just when good things start happening, it felt like it was being taken away. Like, there was this young catty, right? Brown, nice, everything have pretty hair, and she just look like that's literally all the only way I could describe it is adorable. Like you don't come across these females in the streets, and then like she just wanted to be with me, right? So I said like, Jano, you know, I tried to hold it down because I really didn't know how to read her signals. You know, I don't come from her time, and it's really confusing with Jamaican women more time. Cause when you come across the shy type, or you don't really know, so you don't want to give. And where's that? Where I'm the old now, I'm in the position where I just realize I'm in the position where I was the older guy, and I'm saying like, Jano, like time does be flying. Like, I'm the older guy now, looking this young girl where I wasn't looking her. She actually admire me. It was just like, I never saw that for myself. Like, this was like saying like, what the fuck is going on? Like this chick really dig me like that. And so I couldn't help being charismatic. And then I think I make her wet up herself by whispering something in her ears. So, she couldn't manage, right? And she just like, you could have seen like her mind just was overstimulated. And it's certain things. I to me, when I was practicing all these things, and I don't really do any ritual, right? Maybe the smoke herb, eat honey, eat molasses, smoke herbs and tobacco, eat honey. I don't really meditate. And I kind of do hand signs too. But that's all. That's all. I don't do no extra shit. I don't write down incantations or none of that shit. And then, I'll pray to Mary because I'm Catholic. So, we don't pray to Mary or worship Mary. We venerate Mary because Mary is the undoer of nuts. You know, Mary was a saint. So, you go to Mary and what you're doing, not to say conjure, but certain attributes of Mary you call upon, right? And it does something to your psyche. And then what so about below, so above. That's my understanding of it. Right? So above, so below. So that's how I was working it on. So I saying if I fix my inner self, my outer self would reflect that. But now, what I'm seeing now, I'm so on the bottom, right? And then people on at the not even at the top, but somewhere off, they have some form of power or whatever. They give in position to monitor people and stuff like that. So they start getting scared and start making stuff in their head, acting like this die. But sometimes I have, I have, I'll demonstrate certain, like when I see people acting stupid, I find it very funny, right? I find it funny when I come across someone who want to challenge me, and it's clear so they're less intelligent than me, they're weaker than me, and they don't even have the mental fortitude. If they had the mental fortitude, I'd have some respect for them. But especially if you don't have the mental fortitude, Jano, I can't respect no part of it. I see it like a joke. It's like a joke to me. God, you see me? Even with the regards to intelligence, you know, I see people smarter than me, but they're not as wise. You know, that's what I think separate me from the sheep. So when I remember I've even spoke about this when I was working on, like, they were doing the slave driver thing and trying for, okay, now separate the sheep from the goats. And I saw that I was so exceptional at my job, right? Where I come to this internal realization that, I'm not even a sheep or a goat. You think I would end up in the goat category, but I wasn't. I didn't like. I like to play by rules, but there's time where you break the rules. You know, I broke the rules. I broke the record, right? So I saw myself as the wolf. Like, I felt like the wolf in the group. Like, what I'm saying? Like, all of these people, like, So, I even came to the point where I don't know why, it's just a weird thing, but my supervisor felt threatened by me. He started making it seem like me is a bad person for trying to only wanting to deal with excellence and winning. You know, cause I even explained to him like, you, like even how he has these women doing me purposely to ruin my career, right? Him ignore how all these females kept on sexually harassing me and stuff like that. So it would end up that I would blow up in their face because they were just violating me. They weren't even doing it into any way where it would be a majority of them is ugly bitches. Uh, you know, that already for me, although I'm a black man, although people might regard me as a black man and might suspect I have black man tendency, which I do have nigga tendency, but when it comes to women, I treat my woman like, you know how wine connoisseur would treat wine, right? You know, in perspective or relative to the woman diaspora. You know, I need a woman that's into me. You know, me just not gonna be interested or waste my time. Cause I have stuff that I need to do. Not only that, she needs to be not talkative, right? She can be talkative, but essentially, you know, I don't like women where talk stuff about you in a negative light. Uh, always trying to mm, either be the middleman or mediator on how you supposed to move and operate and what you supposed to do. Like that false mother figure. I really hate those types of women because I know women don't know anything. And I don't feel like you are in any position, especially if you is in the same, you work in the same position as myself to tell me anything, right? Or even if you know you're not working the same position, but you're not anywhere up in society to be telling me shit. You see me? You don't even know money works. So you know, so you don't. There's no conversation we have where you will be acting as my superior. Period. And I won't let that happen again. Many times at work, you have these ones where they're baby mothers and they want to come and try take control over your mind. You see, man, I don't like that. You know, Carl, what I notice with me, with females, they have this exception for me where, you know, because of my appearance and characteristics, you know, they know that I'm a catch. They know that I'm a catch. You know, and worse that I'm a loner and I'm not very, I don't, to a stranger, I won't show my how much I'm dependent on, you know, emotional support. So, you know, the majority of women have me as the loner type, and they always try to chase after me in a way where they're trying to impress me long enough so they can come and fuck up my life and make me more miserable than I am. Right? I'm not really into that. I'm not really into that, so I'd leave them alone when I see it will coming that way. Right? And they do stupid shit. They do stupid shit for no reason. And I don't know if it's for ego or what. But you know, they're not not making not developing no relationship. Not making me feel like to hurry up or I need to hurry up and develop any relationship with this woman. It just feel like me to run away. I feel like that you're probably possessed by a demon that's just in your head telling you to do all these things. That's why it make me feel like I sometimes I worry about I never mean to disrespect Lilith, like, but I don't even care anymore. Cause whatever happened gonna happen anyways. Was going to happen anyways. So with women, majority women, it's just I notice my little catty that I deal with. I used to deal with enough of them females, yeah. She the only one. And even me, I don't know. Look how women are today out here. Like, I broke and this and that, and I'm not from no ghetto or nothing. So nobody really feel sorry for me. So, only thing I'm working with is like my weights. Cause sometimes whenever I go up on a calorie deficit, I don't really go up on. I feel like I'm anorexic. I'm anorexic, and sometimes. 'Cause I'm not saying I don't like eating. I don't really like eating, but I like certain foods. I like foods with dense, right? And I like feeling. I don't like feeling full, but it's I feel better when I'm full though, than I feel like I'm starving. And I notice when after uh, uh eating well and drink even all like Guinness, I get soul. You know, I especially like when I go out and see women reaction on their face, and when them do all these little weird stuff to try draw my attention. So if God against that, I don't even know, cause I don't even watch TV. People are sit down and watch Bumbleclee TV while me out there do things. You see me? And then it's not even me. Back to what I originally was trying to get at. Right. Where, I'll go into these work environments. I I live in Jamaica, so majority of the work environment is like 70 to 80% female. So, more time I'll be the only guy, or regard to them, the only man that's in there, right? The only man that's in there. It becomes obnoxious, cause even you feel like you're walking on a tightrope, cause even if you say it's not like having a male, a male superior is always, they always tend to be bitchy more than the females, right? But it feels like I always walking on tightrope, cause essentially me always have to be available, right? It feels so emasculating, right? Where let me break it down now. So I can't be in any relationship or feel any. She can't be under the impression that I feel in a relationship or doing anything, having involved with any sexual activities. Cause you know, I don't know why it's always that way. It's just the one time. the one job that where that my old boss was kind of cool. Well, we was the same age though, so I could understand where things get to where it was, because we're the same age, and then working with Jamaican people is the most difficult thing, you know. I tried to talk to her, but because she felt like she knew this person longer than me, which she always tried to be fair. I have to admit that, even though, you wouldn't think like that, seeing the stuff that we're doing, but, she be very respectable. People just making it feel like it's me and not essentially them. And I'm saying to myself, I'm not even doing nothing. I try to reserve myself because I know it can get. I explain this to people. I'll get carried away and you'll get lost in the sauce. And people don't fucking understand until it get too late. And it's like they still don't understand. Cause like I tell you, I've trained myself mentally and spiritually and kinda emotionally. I mostly just don't have a give a fuck attitude. That's all. Not none where, I'm like Batman or any character or anything. And I'm saying like I'll do certain things. But my humanity is like the strongest thing there. So I have a hard time doing fucked up shit. I really fucked up shit. I'll do something to preserve my life and extend my life. Like, I'll resort to violence against another man. But I don't want females know that I won't hit them. Physically incapable. Cause when female, especially black females, they don't want a black female to know that. Say you're physically, like mentally incapable of hitting them, because that's the only thing that's holding you or protecting you. Say if I do something stupid, he might hit me. I don't want him snap on me. You see me, and I'm mentally incapable. I'll snap, but it does going to be shouting. It literally does going to be shouting. Especially after this, John was star and how they were doing me in the office. John Carl. I lost my job. It was my fault. So, experiencing a lot of shame, experiencing a lot of shame, especially in the condition I am now. You know, but black women don't want you to be confident or competent. That's what I see. I want, like, when I was working there, I was performing, right? They say I'm too competitive, too aggressive. I'm all like I saying like, yo, one thing running through my veins. Man, fucking, I can't. It's not even where I'm doing this on purpose or anything. It's just what it is, cause I have testosterone in my blood, running through my blood. You know, does seeping in my veins. So even if I wanted to turn it off, I just can't. I just everything that's gonna come out. Like, I need to be the first one to respond, or you know, I have to answer things in a more complex way. sophisticated way. Well, I wasn't trying to do it like for make the limelight on me, cause sometimes I'll recede where I know nothing and just observe, you know. But if it's something I know or something I can do or something, I go hit it hard. I go and go all out or nothing, and people just don't like that. And myself like, what the fuck? Some am I supposed to just sit down here? Does I don't even know. Cause when I even do that, them bitches come around and I feel like to take that opportunity to now come and say some dumb shit to me. Like, you don't really want Jamaican women to label as, it's cool when you label. It's not cool with it's not cool when they try to label you as crazy. But you can't get that out. I doubt. I'm not even trying it. For me to test that theory or test that that thing and trying to see if me can get that out. No, I don't even want nothing to do with nobody associating, especially women. I don't do anything that I don't have no gay tendencies or gay attitudes or habits, like zero, right? Zero. To me, personally, I think I'm the straightest man in the world. Personally, I don't even like other guys being around, especially being as a house owner. I don't want no man. I don't want to deal with no man. I don't want no nigga feel like they can come to my house. Cause when I was down, I know no nigga was giving me nowhere for stay, so I'm not expect a nigga for one. I expect no nigga for one come to my house. You get me? All I call down and out now. I can't, cause really and truly, I hear me talk shit about women and stuff like that. It's not even women in general. It's mostly black women. It's only been black women. But it's like not a double-edged blade, but a two-sided. It's like a coin, you know. But marginally, the majority of black women are wicked, and that's the thing. Where it's coming like they're rare. Good black women are those average morality people that's of the black race that happens to be female are very rare. You their fucking standards is higher than white women's, which I noticed with Jamaican women, it's higher than white women, where it feels like where they getting this from. Like, yeah, I doubt you was even brought up to think this way. So I don't know if it's the internet. It must be the internet, cause some of them will have these extended. Cause I remember, like, I was working. I don't want to say things to incriminate myself, especially like how I was trying to get good with my girl. Um, we're trying to do some business and deal with some money. Hopefully, she not going around that or no, I don't really want to think about it. But yeah, Jano, some stuff to incriminate myself. But hypothetically, right, up to me, ask me for this and that. Email. I really was just doing it for her, making this relationship or to, well, I was afraid of the impression of, because I like to bring it. I noticed when at one point of time it was seeming to be that way for me, but really and truly, what darker skinned women don't realize or refuse to acknowledge that they're very difficult. And then it's not even the fact that I was chasing down these females, is that these females come and open up to themselves to me. So now the call that I was like, oh, I'm only into light skinned females, you see me? But what I know, I see there's a double standard where it's only this exception only a white, you know, that way they like, only them can't have this something there. This if you want to call it fantasy kink, whatever, or preference. Only them can have keep preferences, but it just feel like a weird position I just end up in, right? Weird. It just seems like, oh, you can be as only black woman can. It's like, woman, I don't even know what's going on. From Beyonce singing that song about we run the world, woman run the whole world. Fuck up. Well, I, I don't even know, cause whole world after that girls, you feel like the whole world fuck up. Cause I don't know if women really putting this in the hands of women, and women just like they can't see acknowledge the flaw in their own perspective or perception. Cause it's like they're trying they want to play the two sides, and it just not working. Cause you want the moment will be according to whatever them beat into this world, right? Because women want us to be weak and pathetic, and the moment we be that, oh, where's the real men? You're not a man, and then beat you over there. I even watching videos where women are. I swear, I used to think it was cartoon, but I swear, if a woman hit me with a frying pan, I don't know what will happen. I swear I didn't even know. I can't. I'm not saying like women, but I don't know. Just please don't try that stupid shit with me. Like for eating me over the head with no frying pan. That's crazy. That's crazy. You think it's strong needs like the time it going to take to recover. Me not even none of you bitches not even a cook for me. So they fuck yeah eat more. How the hell you would come to hit me over a frying pan? That's the shit I would want to know. You don't even cook for me. Bitch, what you doing with a frying pan? You see me? Like it's just crazy. You don't even cook, but you can hit niggas over the head with a frying pan. That don't even make fucking sense. Who can I go tell that to? Who? I'm not saying like I've been hit over a frying pan. I don't even know what that is and I don't want to know. But I hate watching these things. And it seems like niggas playing along. You say a big man. This big, not even this big gorilla. I go out like, oh no. Like him want to run away or something. I say like, take the frying pan out of the bitch and so she knows say this is not to do it again. And it's not to joke around with me. Cause I don't know how women like for joke around uh hurt you. But if men was to go around and do that bullshit now and beat the woman and laugh sadistically, it would be seen as something else. But so where's this real equality we're looking for? Cause women not looking for no bumblecleat equality. It's like they're just trying to manifest as much chaos. Cause look on the LGBT getting out of hand. The LGBT them doing too much. Where me, I was going to hide off in a corner and not say nothing. Cause I say, them body money, as long as man not say nothing, them not hurt me. Them not say nothing to me. Man not nothing going to me. I'm just go pretend say nothing not going to me tell me at the top. But since I'm down at the bottom, for phone thing, I take you know, when I move too speedy. Even hiding what y'all was intending to do in the first place anymore. No, hear them now, but them is queer and them is here. Yo, from me I hear that Jano for do anything. For do anything. And these people can come out overtly and talk about them coming for people children. Now my children. That's why I'm not none. Cause I know say you monsters all year. Cause look how mommy did I forgot you. And you tell me say me a accident by accident I put pick me on this. Yo, right now I don't feel like God love me. So me I say me I give reason God don't love me. Cause same so when me inside a females, me can't commit to coming in them. You know, I just feel like for drought. I just gonna be honest. I can't do that to myself. You see me? You see me? I mean, and a lot of things when I come across, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Because them must say Kundalini energy is evil, God is against that. Uh, and now now God against um Rastacrucianism. That's evil too. Narcissism is evil. Master like, how is it evil? Like master like, no, this is the same thing that they use to program our mind to be a certain way. That's counterproductive. So why me can fix it? I just feel like some things that don't make it sense. You know? So it's a sin for God try to fix it. And then me for just turn the left cheek. Then I'm not even the program for turn the left cheek in the first place. So more that for basically go to that anyways. So man say like, me not for be strong. So man I don't want really have one. You see, mama stop really think about it. It's not like I blame God, cause really, truly, uh, you know, I felt sick and I felt burnt out. And then, I in a new environment and I feel intimidated or threatened. Cause I always felt like I endangered species. And then, people, I don't even really trust women much less, especially other men. And then I saying like, I feel surrounded. I not no real buckative or nothing. It's not like I can call an army of people in a real life for come do anything for me. So, I don't know. You see me? I don't know and how these people crazy. Saying like I could be just walking and this guy walking or talking to this guy. Good, 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 good. And you know, and the guy just stopped me. The guy just stopped me. You see me? I'm not making that happen to me because I see where that can happen. So I'm not allowing that to happen. You see me? Because there's no everything with these people. Having no relationship with these people are trying to forge any. It feels like it's just going to be all counterproductive and a waste of time. Because when these people were dragging me around, that's all it was, a waste of time. And is if I never took the initiative myself to and whenever I get away from them or whenever I'm not around them anymore to do stuff that's developing myself, like all these stuff I used to are talking about now, I did it in private, and I did it because I know that they won't even understand what I was doing, even if they caught me doing it. Cause they're stupid like that. They're stupid bitches like that, So to me, it was more convenient than sit down and study math and all them stuff there. Study math and all them stuff there, cause they just see that as weakness. Like, for go take on the path of being like a nerd, cause I was already doing that before they came and ran down on me. I was all into physics and science, and I was doing physics and science. You know, I was going to school and working, and then I had to go out there without no support. And it's not even like I had no support system, so I'm not really see what I'm complain about. Cause it's not like anybody give a fuck. Cause that's the only I don't even care what people they put me through. If I just had a support system where somebody can if something I can fall back on, right? Right now, it's really hard to come up with ideas or do anything or feel to do anything on a hungry stomach. And you don't know when you're going to eat. I can't even clean up my fucking room. Well, I'm stressed out. And, the only because of certain habits I've developed. The only thing I feel like for go do is do some push-ups, and then I do that dumb sacrifice, and make things worse for me. Make things worse for me because I feel like it mashing up my body more, and then I'm getting more fatigue and I don't think straight. And every time I go through these, well, I had gone through these emotional stuff. It is like a numb. It's like I become numb to it and desensitized where to the point where this time around I can't even feel anyway, especially with the fact that was my fault. So I feel very ashamed. But like all of was perfect or and I really, to tell it honest truth, I felt sick and I was dealing with burnout because I never look at it anyway because I saw like I was young, I had free time, so I would get up real early for work and barely get any sleep. I was just using alcohol to fall asleep because sometimes I had a lot of difficulty sleeping. And then even when I fall asleep, I never feel like I slept well. So when I wake up, you know, I still had issues. Although if I drank or energy drink, cup of energy drink, I could have carried me through the day. One time it was like, it still took a toll on my body. So, I would drink like some alcohol. And I just would drink to meditate. I drink to enjoy myself. I enjoy life. Just in general. But I don't drink a lot. I just drink to the point where I get inebriated. Cause I'm not a cheap person, but I don't like the overspending especially in my position. I don't like to overspend. Although I'll try buy quality things. Quality things. I feel like quality is really over. Although times, like with food, I think no quality is still better. But when you can get stuff in bulk and it lasts you longer, cause I eat weird. You know, if I cook rice, one pot of rice because of how light rice is for me, I'll eat it off. So like I don't try buy certain things that not going to last me long. Where I know say I'm going to eat that. No, rice is good, but I just don't like how rice is so light. I'll even buy potatoes, but because of the rate of the cost, the rate per potato and the cost per potato and the amount would need to be sustainable for me for a long period of time. I like potatoes too. I like potatoes and plantain. So I don't look to go and get them anymore. Then, I used to like to be into cooking, but, being a man now, I don't want to see myself cooking every day. I don't know how you guys do it. Uh, work, work and cook for yourself, pay your bills. Then you have to pick up groceries. Cause a lot of times, you know, I'm intimidated to get groceries because a lot of things are hiding from people. That's one. Um, Second thing, I don't like spend money. So after I get paid, I don't look to go spend it the next day. I just try focus on keeping myself going to work. And then, I have my addictions. I'm more likely to buy weed than rum. I usually drink it on special occasions or if I feel like my burnout getting overwhelming or just generally when I just feel like for change my mood. Like for instance, like if I was to get some now, get some finances now, look to do something to improve my position or get back a job, you know, to carry me through this, right? I'll probably buy a floss, and drink it at home. I used to drink at the bar, but I only drink when at the bars when I'm working. Well, I stopped that now. I don't go to any bar anymore. Okay, cause them people crazy. I'm trying to stay by myself or go with my girlfriend or whatever you want to call her. You see me? The reason why I said that, cause we not complicated. I don't know, bro. I don't even give a fuck. If she about me for make the money, me about me for make the money too. You see me? So I don't really care no more. It is what it is. It is what it is. And she the only female I can see. I say is consistent. Cause when I talk to them on females, yeah, it's like them just want to talk. I don't even know. I was gonna use the term slave, but you know, they want you to be the leader, but they want to be like basically a backseat, a terrible backseat driver. And I don't have no time to invest, whether emotionally, financially, physically, mentally, psychologically, into any of this. So I just leave them alone. And usually they try to get into my head. Sometimes it work, you know, especially when it work, when you come across them, the manipulative ones. God, they always come and make the environment feel uneasy. So, I got another cat here. Hypothetically, but I just never call her back. God, I don't know. I don't know. Niggas don't call back bitches. I feel a way with life. And then worse, like I lose my job. I don't want to talk to her again. I just a deal with Janelle. Hypothetically, right? Because I don't want to say stuff to incriminate myself, to be honest. So I don't really even believe care if y'all don't want to take what I'm saying seriously. I rather is that, because where you go, you're not going to know nothing about my situation anyway. So better you just not take whatever I'm saying seriously. You know, Initially it would have be offensive to me. But seeing that, I'm a capable person now, feeling that I'm a capable person now. I just need an opportunity, right? just the opportunity. And so when I do these things, when I get this girl to, cause I don't really feel like with that girl, I don't really feel like, I feel like it could have worked out if I was there same way, but it's too much work with them new girl here. Too much work. Too much work. Then you have to figure them out. This and that. I'm not really eat. Nah, a woman does. Nah, I'm not really talking about that. For no reason. But the jealous thing with woman, and does it's like the most, and I call myself like, even when me have to acknowledge myself as being this strange man. I'm a stranger. How the fuck you say I'm a stranger and feel jealous over where my preference is or whatever I'm a do? Or if I feel get vexed? If I, how that even make any sense? I don't see a woman and be jealous of the man that they're with, regardless of how beautiful they are or whatever. Me not really give a fuck. Me I see it as maybe for the best. Cause even if she not, I'm not into that. I feel like some of them women here just come and start being annoying around me. Like myself, like even there was this young girl, another young girl was very curvy. You can't tell that she was young. But you know, when they ask her age, when I say I feel like, but that's a bullet on this one. You see me? I nearly scared the EBGBs out of me. Because she was really coming on to me strong. And I give in, not giving in, but my respond. So I like, when we say like, hold up, this age, so myself, John, like, no, I'm scared. And myself like, what? Okay. And then like, but that's like internally, like everything sink and I just drop the conversation. Can't go any further. Like, I not even they remember say I did give her my phone number. Right, but 'cause I never take hers. Right. One time I was doing some and she was just ringing off my phone the whole day. And I'ma just decide I'ma just not focus on what I was doing. And then what I was doing. Then it just occurred to me, say I'm working, so I can't be ignoring all of the phone calls. So I take it up, but I never recognize her phone number. So I just thinking, say, is maybe somebody at the workplace or call me. Or, I don't even know if it's a test them or try to test me. You know, them kind of weird ways there to see how I would respond on the phone. For I don't know. So I pick up the phone and I hear this cat here talk to me. And I say like, I talk to her and say like, all this way, and then now she go on like, oh, it's wrong number. And I know say it's you, Kim. I know say it's you. So the backside you call my phone 3 times. For no reason, like master, like Jano. You see me? And then I come to find out she have a little boyfriend. She have a little boyfriend. So I say like, uh, and then she did love to give me money and take money from her boyfriend to give me money. And it kind of made me feel like weak. I said, like, this little 18-year-old girl, I just like give me money like that. Like the world just kind of feel kind of weird to me. And I said, like, man, 18, yeah. Not 25. Not 25. And this little girl keep on and take money from her boyfriend or out of her pocket and I give me. I said, like, I know. But I noticed that. I'm not say that. Cause Tavi was really like that. Tavi was just. Somebody in the man, I know. I know. You know, it kind of made me feel like we still. But I took the money. Never, never. Cause I didn't want to offend her and make her feel like we like. Cause I've been doing that for years. You see me? I'm tired for doing it. And then no bucketive, no nothing. Cause all them females that women are going at me hyper macho and me can tough it out and tug it out. You know, cause of those kind of something that I feel like I wasn't into them where when I really was, or it was here and there, right? It was here and there. I'm not make that happen again. Man, live it up. Especially like homies that I don't know. Man, live it up. Cause the only reason why didn't even give in to them, cause I'm was afraid. Was afraid of being caught. No, man, I know nobody not over my shoulder like that. So, you see me? For judge me like that in the end of the day. Especially, you can't have no bitch over you. For, I swear, niggas, don't make no bitch over you. I don't care if it's your mother, your auntie, your sister, or anybody. Don't make them over you. Because it just going to be toxic. Because people, men don't know toxic women are. And that's why I feel like, say, there's a lot of white shooters who are going in America because women are toxic. That's genuinely toxic. You see me, even my catty, my deal with me. I tell you straight up, say, this bitch toxic. She toxic. Even this morning, I reach out to her because I just did want to stop deal with her. Because I lose my job. There's a beach trip coming up. Right? She a plan me and her supposed to plan a beach trip. But I'm out of a job. So I say like, I just want this girl in my life no more. I just want, you see me? Because I feel ashamed. You see me? And it's not like she never hold up my head or nothing. You see me? So, I never want to deal with her. So I text her this morning. I try call her. Because it was on my mind. Been on my mind and then to the point where I said, mother, do know. So I said, like, I try for call her for talk to her. Cause I noticed that why I seeing certain things occur, cause for some reason there's a trust issue. So I said, like, I don't expect her for just trust me all the way, but I feel like say I have done the work and then even her impression of me when she initially had for bit you just feel like you're just doing stuff on your own, bitch. Feel like you're just doing stuff on your own. Cause you thought I was the nice guy. Then you see say I'm tough. You see me and then you see say even your friend acknowledge say me is a man. You see me? So I say like, have I ever really genuinely been this honest to her to her knowledge, no. I've not been this honest to her. Even things that she thought I was just lying about when I was first, when Willis was first company, right? You know, I had um a foreign friend. I had a foreign woman that I was trying to be engaged to. I'm married, right? So I was in a long distance relationship. So she doesn't. She don't. I don't know. I don't know. But I just have this impression that she never entirely believe me at first. But as it goes, as we progress, then I get says she clearly can't deny it anymore. You know, because she even see me talking to other foreign people, like, other foreign friends and stuff like that, and she see my activities, and I introduce her basically, a brief summary of my life. She's the first local female I've ever have any closeness with that, or she's the first I've ever had, so like, we're like to that extent where I just open up myself with her and be that way. But it's not like I can be myself like that. I have to be stern. You know, as the years goes by, I know she notice she getting more not toxic, but more not divisive, but more less sensitive, or less not sensitive, but less nurturing. When I first meet her, so that's why I feel like I was a chick, right? Because she was very nurturing when we first meet. I was even surviving at one point was off of her generosity and kindness. And she felt more to be more generous and kind because she saw that I was grateful for it, and I wasn't taking advantage of it. So she would like give me food stuff, help me reach work and stuff like that. You know, but certain things that are going on in Jamaica are part of culture that I wasn't even really exposed to it. Like women like for do stuff with the food. Yeah, cause I remember like she used to feed me. You know, I never saw nothing of that because of how her appearance. And she never look like one of them threatening type of females there. Just look soft and gentle. So to me, I usually paranoid about people, but I just never did paranoid about her. Cause she come straight up, she do everything. It was a you see me, if I was to rate how she catch me, I give it a 10. A 10 out of 10. You see me? Cause I never even know anything. This woman, if she wanted to kill me, Jano, if she wanted to kill me at that time, Jano, I would have been a dead man. She could have killed me a multitude of times. You see me how much time I left myself exposed? I don't even know. I remember we're talking on the bus. Um, I don't know. She was asking about something. Uh, it nearly brought me to tears. And then when I looked over on her, she was crying. And I was like, it was like a powerful moment for me, saying this woman that I'm not related to, this or that, And she care and she not even obligated to care, you know. Um, we're basically the same age, and I expect that kind of caught me off guard, and I never expect her to care because she was very inquisitive, and I never want to fuck up shit. And then I just was frustrated, so I just told her what's on my mind. What I know. You know, 'cause I didn't want to even lose her because of the fact that I was being transparent, you know. 'Cause I wanted to avoid the same thing what she said no, what she was telling me today. Like, you know, talking about trust and all them stuff there. You know, so it was very difficult thing for me to do. But I just come out about, you know, I lose my job when I bring up that. God, this was after a while. After I see like she still want to deal with me, 'cause I left the message saying like, nah, I don't want you deal with you anymore. You know, in a weird, you know, when I feel her. So she only interpret it as me a try make people feel sorry for me. I said, mama clan, this girl, yeah. Like, this girl can't just mama go on about my business and not disrespect me. Like, yo, you're supposed to be the females. Like, you're not even, like, just to be a woman. I don't even know what to say to that. Because I wasn't even looking for nobody for feeling on bomber class. It's like I just want to mess up my thing even more. Cause but if I feel okay in myself, I'm not my dear phone and can't even tell her cause I say like I can't take this girl or come violate no more. And then the expectations I tell her something when it's really make me feel vulnerable. And then she take it for do what I wanted her to do in the first place. No. No, make we just stay in this shit together then. Make we just stay in this shit then. This shit, since you don't want to leave, cause I just said the opposite, say, alright, wait. You see me? I'm gonna read it too. Not to expose her, I just gonna read my message. You know? As I say, I use this as a time capsule. So I said, I didn't know you're probably sleeping, doing whatever, and not looking at that. You might even really look on this message. I doubt you really look on this message. I'm not saying anything though, because I don't really know. So I know it can't change anything for me. I just have a lot on my heart right now. Like I'm saying, like I just feel pain on my insides. Me, I'm like miss people. I don't like to miss people. So I'm trying to express to her I don't like to miss her. But how it is Anna in a financial state, we can take care or do anything about it or even go to see her, right? And I said, after that, I made that statement. I said, to be honest, too much trouble coming from this relationship and it affecting me, right? If I can get any sleep the way I'm gonna miss you. You know, guys, the settings. You know, so I just was like trying for put the icing on the case. I don't know, I can't even sleep, babes. So my kid me not see you. But I don't talk. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can even do. Because I won't get paid until next week. I know probably dislike. I know you probably dislike me because I have my little dirty ways. Right? Yeah, I don't admit to that. Me is very stubborn, like a mule. So I fixated on whatever I know to be true, right? I will accept correction, but if it attacks against my masculinity, I'm more going to focus on siding on my masculinity than what's right, or I'm more focused on justice than that what what is politically correct, right? You have to just see with me. I don't like to tell people nothing, So I say like, all right, there. I say I don't really like to go to my way for tell people share my feelings, right? Cause like you see, people always crush me, right? Like how she crushed me when I send this message. She talk about, oh man, I look for people for. I say in this message, is there anything I really say that that sounds like shit to feel sorry for me? I don't get it. This to me, I know it's above normal. All I say like, I don't want this relationship no more. Cause you live over there, so I live over here. So I'm in a financial rut that go complicate it even more. So better you just go your ways. Cause I see how she stay at times, right? And I don't really know what's going on. I see her post up status she in car with she in a car. I don't have no car. I don't know whose car is that. Somebody said like, Jono, I didn't even want to bring it up. I definitely not gonna bring it up to her. But you know, then she have it in her head, so she just forget away with anything. So I don't really respectful of it. So I'm saying like, but you just go on your ways. I see you. I don't want to feel no way cause if it will backfire on me and then she might want, cause people like to stay. I don't want I mean when oh I like this guy or I like his company or I love this guy or I love in love with this guy and she don't want to make it seem like she in love with me too. You see me? Or I don't know. Sometimes I think certain things, but from how she talk, you know, she very callous with me. She very callous with me. She wasn't really initially callous, you see me? But where she getting on saying all these stuff, kind of made me feel away. Cause it's so far from the truth. It's so far from the truth. I don't look maybe this fierce. I don't know if people would take this impression because I was really in a low state, where people was really at me. And I felt like this was my only resort. So, oh, people can judge me to that degree feels like it feels off. It feels awful, right? And then especially somebody like her, like somebody where I can confine in you and you confine in them. 'Cause I don't do her like that. I don't ever feel like I can get the room for do that. Cause it's just this constant accommodating. But I have my assholeish way, so sometimes I say stuff and get away with it. I say it funny. Yeah, I say it in a funny way where you might be feel offended, but it is put together in such a witty way we have to laugh. You know, 'cause I have forget some kicks in too. The man say like, John, I don't know at times if you are take me for idiot, if you just a plain or really just taking me for an idiot, but I still like where she understand. Like even talking to her today, she it's like she understand and accept or respect that that you know I'm the only man that's in her um that she know amongst her, you know. So I read that, and then she talking about stuff I wanted to talk about a long time, but I never reached that level. I just don't like the fact that the circumstance I know, but circumstance I know kind of forced me to have this conversation with her. So feel like sometimes too much I get stabbed with a double-edged blade too much. But yeah, and I try to put my business out there. But certain things, they're on my mind. And I just feel like a lot of pain, so just get it off my head. But Drew, she I can do business with her. Long time I've been wanting a cat that's with us about the money. With us about money. With us about money. 'Cause, I don't know why she never see with me, but I was already, but I already know. Already an experience now. I've already know. I definitely already know. Like pertaining to business wise, I definitely already know. And then, she catch me at a good time. Not really good time, but we I accumulated a lot of experience. So, she wanted to get into cryptocurrency. I understand cryptocurrency. She have the resources to utilize it and help me also make use of it. So I say like, John, as though some nothing come fuck this up or change or jinx me or something like that. I'm not even a knock on. I just a talk it as it is. You see me? Cause I don't know. There's too much rules to it. You can't say things. You can't say things or it just go and manifest, but the things where you want to come true now manifest. I say like, all this world seems so like, but I know, feel like somebody have put something over me. Cause that don't make no sense. So the things you talk, manifest, but the things where you want and talk about it. 'Cause I talk about the stuff more. And I don't see it go on. But, but try live my life by it. You see me? My start love money. You see me? And I know. I don't know. I'm also like, why me can't just have things just like, it feel like me can't even have room for live a normal life. Well, clear I can't live a normal life from within a big house. So, you know. And plus, I don't want a normal car anyways. I don't know if I end up driving a normal car, but I don't want a normal car. More want a vehicle. Right? I'm gonna drive around it. What are you supposed to want, sir? No, I end the live now.